What's going on, everyone? Moose Cigars and Gear, and today I want to talk about a little bit about being prepared. Right? We've talked about a few things in the past. Actually, we've talked about quite a few things. But when we talk about survival and being prepared, right? That whether it's your your stay home stuff or your hit the brick stuff, something that's very important is being able to feed yourself and potentially your family or even your small group of friends. And one thing that I've talked about with a lot of my friends is, hey man, what are your go-to, what exactly are you looking for in bad things happening times? And everybody's like, well, you should have your long gun, you should have your handgun, maybe a shotgun, and definitely a 22. Well, I agree with all of those above statements. But let's say that you're trying to be a little more incognito. Stay tuned, because we're going to talk about that next. Hey guys, what's going on? Moose here. I just wanted to say, man, I really appreciate all you guys who have recently checked out my Patreon channel. We're giving all kinds of stuff away over there. Once a month, I'm giving away stuff, and all you have to do is be subscribed to that Patreon channel. We're also releasing footage over there that you won't see anywhere else, especially, some of the working on the air guns, things like that. So you can go over, check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below. Packages for that start at just $5 a month. And you're automatically entered to win these prizes that I give away. I got all kinds of cool stuff coming up, so I appreciate it. And here, back to the video. All right, we're back. So let's talk about that, right? Because let's say that you're in a situation, maybe it's not even necessarily like total, stuff hits the fan, but you don't want to draw a bunch of attention to yourself. And let's face it, gunfire is going to bring attention, no matter how you look at it. It just is. People are going to hear a gunshot, whether it's from a 22, a long gun of another caliber, a handgun, or a shotgun, certainly. It's going to draw attention. You're going to bring attention to yourself. And one thing that I've always talked about is having a good quality air gun. And not necessarily an air gun that requires like a PCP, right? That requires an air source. Or even a CO2 gun for that matter, because it requires CO2. So what's your next step? Well, your next step is a pumper. This gun literally is pumpable. You give it, 5 to 8 pumps and it shoots a 177 caliber pellet. And you can shoot it all day as long as you don't run out of pellets. Now, this is a tin of 500 177 caliber pellets. I actually found a great deal on these. They were like $6. That's way cheap, super cheap. But either way, you can easily have 5,000 or 6,000 pellets for, 50, 60, 70 bucks, something like that. That would last you a very long time. Probably outlast the gun. And if you really wanted to, this is a very popular air gun that I've done modifications to. But this is just simply a Crosman American Classic. This is the 1377. They can be had for like $60. Very accurate. Very reliable. They come with just polymer plastic parts on them, things like that. Very simple to operate. Simply, cock the bolt, load a pellet, pump it up, point, pull the trigger, dead squirrel, dead chipmunk, dead bird, whatever you may need to hunt. They also come in 22 caliber as well, but nonetheless, great idea. And not only that, but they can accept air gun moderators. So you can make it super quiet, where if you're out in the woods and you see some squirrels up in the trees, because let's face it, if you're a squirrel hunter, you know that you could be out in the woods and you might come across a colony of squirrels. You let one shot go at one squirrel, the rest of them are like, boop, they're gone. This is a lot more quiet. I'm not going to say they're not going to run, but chances are it's not going to scare the majority of them. but super effective, super great way to be able to, you know, go out and harvest some food. Another option, let me see if I've got it laying out. I don't, but you could do a small pistol caliber PCP that you could pump up with an air pump. You know, not a typical air bike pump, but actual hand pump that's made for high pressure, which is another option if you want to do something like that. Very acceptable to do. But nonetheless, this is a great addition to everything else that you have. It's just having something as simple as this. For under $100, you could buy a gun. It does come with iron sights. I just put the red dot on it. But you could have a gun, all the pellets you need, and be out and have the ability, right? So this is a great system to throw in your go bag, to carry in your car in case you're out and about and something happens. But nonetheless, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll be back to talk about more soon enough. Till next time, be good to each other. God bless.